Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in my Minecraft survival world. As you can see, I am down in this crazy place which you probably haven't seen before, and behind me, well, I'm standing on top of a beacon right here with loads and loads of iron. It took actually quite a lot of iron to build this thing, which I was surprised by. And that happened last time as well, so I probably shouldn't have been surprised by it. But anyway, you're probably wondering where exactly we are. So we're actually underneath the new fortune area, which we decorated a couple of episodes ago, and we're creating a huge mine over here. And you won't believe this, guys, you won't believe this. I've been waiting to do this for such a long time, but just look at the speeds. Just look at the ridiculous speeds that you can get from insta-mining, because what we have with this beacon is we've gone and put haste 2 on this beacon. If I just show you after eating, right there, we actually have haste 2 on this beacon, if I can get to it, which means that basically we can insta-mine because most of our tools are efficiency 5. So we have 2 efficiency 5 pickaxes here. One of them is silk touch, which means that I've got myself a decent amount of ores so far, and I've also got quite a ton of stone right here, as you can see, and some other materials as well. So I'm just going to keep going around here and mining, and if you're wondering why we're doing this, it's mainly for actually the stone, because we've run out of stone back at base, so I figured that this would be the right time to start mining. But also I think we're going to go and build in some kind of a mining system here, where we can have sort of multiple layers to mine from. So for example, we have this creeper just walking in right there and getting wrecked by me. So we actually have a ravine over here as well, which is maybe a little bit of a problem. And now we have a skeleton. I think he hit the bat right there. That was pretty crazy. And yeah, we're just gonna get a flood of mobs if we stay down here. We should probably get out of here. But yeah, we can create layers of this mine. So obviously this is 3 blocks high, I'm pretty sure. So what we can do is build another 3 block high mining system going this way, except now there's loads of obsidian and lava underneath that as well, but I guess I can sort that out at some point. So I think I'm just going to go and mine this out a little bit and see what I can do with it. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've mined out just a little bit more, but really there's not too much of a difference from the previous cut, where you saw the walls are a little bit further forward, I guess, but you know, I haven't made the kind of progress I really wanted to, and that is pretty much down to my utter stupidity, and I'm just going to admit that straight away, because what I've gone and done is I actually had obviously 2 efficiency 5 pickaxes and they're gone. And the reason is that one of them, I kept using it until it broke, which was really stupid, to be honest. I should have gone and repaired that. But even then, the other one was actually too expensive to repair after it ran out of durability. So even that one that I broke would have probably had the same situation. So I was going to have to go and basically enchant some new pickaxes up. And at the moment I don't have a silk touch pickaxe because that is the one that I broke. But the thing is that despite the fact that I now have enough XP, for a while I actually didn't even have enough XP to enchant, and every time I enchanted I still didn't get the picks I actually wanted. This was the best one I could find, efficiency 4 and fortune 2, and unbreaking. So this is the best that I can do for now, and obviously my mining session is pretty much over for today's episode, or at least for the time being. But instead I have a few more interesting and urgent projects to work on, let's just say, and we'll get back to this whole mining thing in just a little bit. So before we get on to that new project, I thought I'd bring you down back here, back into the melon and pumpkin farm storage system, which we built in the last episode. And well, this thing is kind of working. We've got all of these chests filled up, but there's a slight problem with the way that this whole thing works, which is that it takes absolutely ages, and I mean tons of time, for all of the melons and pumpkins to basically filter through into the system and to go up this dropper item elevator, which is just like a single item elevator. It's very slow. It uses like a rubbish redstone clock. So basically I'm thinking of upgrading that item elevator, but also if you've noticed, there are no pumpkins in any of these chests. And there are a few here, but I actually put these in. I actually took these out of the hoppers physically and manually put them into the system. So basically, the reason for that is that we have all of the pumpkins and melons, all of the pumpkins in here ready to move through the system, but obviously this dropper at the bottom is filled up, and all of the melons are kind of being stocked up through the hopper chain, which probably runs for ages. And right now the whole farm is actually off. I've actually switched it off and it's not even working. We've got such a huge farm over there. It took so long to build. It has so much redstone and took so many resources. I mean, just look at this thing. It's gargantuan. And I don't even think we needed it to be this big, but still, it's not even being used. And that's because our storage facility is so utterly terrible. So basically, we're going to have to come up with some kind of a better way of transporting the items, something a little bit faster and something that is a little bit more efficient, because we're losing out on loads of produce here. So enough of all of that. That's all old stuff now, and we'll work on that in another episode probably, because we've got something really cool to do right here. So if you've been watching this series for a long time, you know that we have well, this is what I would have thought of as a super smelter before I came across some awesome new designs by Mumbo Jumbo. So you can tell exactly what we're going to be building here, but you probably still don't know the immense scale of things which I am going for here. I am going to build a completely crazy smelting system which goes very far back into this wall here. So I'm going to have to cut out quite a lot of this of these decorations and things like that. Maybe I can leave these pillars in afterwards, but for now I'm just going to clear out a huge space here, and then I'll show you exactly what I'm thinking about. I miss insta-mine already. Where's insta-mine when you need it? Guys, we have a disaster. There's so many mobs there, I can't even count them. There's literally ridiculous amounts of mobs coming out of the hole I have just dug. I am so stupid. Why did I do this? I'm screwed. I'm gonna blow up this whole place, aren't I? Yeah, I'm just gonna escape. Yeah, just quit. Save and quit the title. That's the easy way to do things. Okay, okay, disaster averted, and ooh, I seem to have got something here. Music disc. Ooh, number 11. I've never got many music discs in this world, but that was ridiculous. Oh my god, I've never ever seen that many mobs spawn in an area, and I am so gonna light the place up. So as I was saying, or about to say anyway, I have been digging out this hole, and now it's turned into a little bit of a death pit with all of those mobs. That was really ridiculous. I'm not gonna make that mistake again. Definitely gonna light up the place. But the reason I actually didn't light it up is because we still need to go a little bit lower. So I was definitely going to be taking out the floor anyway. So I didn't feel the need to really light this place up because we're still going to go down a few levels. But as you can see, I've done quite a bit of digging and it's taken quite a while. And now there's annoying bats everywhere, probably because I didn't light this place up again. And what are these guys even useful for? They don't even drop XP, which is just really terrible, and it's really hard to get them. But anyway, now that's done, I'm still going to be digging down just a little bit more. But in other news, I've actually gone and you may see my XP levels have gone down a little bit. That's not because I died. That may have nearly happened right there, but I did survive somehow. But I actually did enchant another pickaxe. So if we look right here, I've finally got myself an efficiency 5 silk touch unbreaking 3 pickaxe again, which is great. And it means that I can do the infinity mining? No, not infinity mining. I think that's something from a mod that Exuma's been playing that that's going through my head subconsciously somehow. But I mean haste 2 mining. Insta-mining is the word that I'm looking for. I can now do that again, but it has come a little bit late because I've pretty much finished digging out this thing. But again, I do have to dig a little bit lower, I guess, and I don't really feel like moving the beacon here anyway, so I don't think we're going to be using insta-mine on this one. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on with this disc. It is really weird. Kind of creepy, actually. I think it's like telling a story of someone running, and I don't even know what's going on, to be honest. Ooh, this is a creepy disc. This is one creepy disc. I'm playing the 11 disc that we just got, by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about. And has it stopped? I think it has. Ooh, where did it go? Okay, it's over here. Yeah, that was extremely weird. This is a weird disc. Okay, I just can't get over how weird this. I don't even know what's going on with this disc. But anyway, yeah, still got a lot of mining to do. So guys, as you can see, I have dug out quite a large area indeed to actually build this super smelter in, except there's been a little bit of a change of plan in that I've chosen to go for a completely different design, which means that we don't actually need all of this space. Yeah, this always happens in Minecraft. You always do something like this, and you end up not needing all of the space, except now I've got like a completely different plan for this area, because we've obviously dug out quite a huge space, like I say, and so I thought it would be better to actually use this area for multiple different things, not just for a super smelter, but also for some other projects possibly in the future, which would be quite fun to work on, I guess. So the first thing I'm going to say is that I have a plan to build Cub Fans super smelter now, which is different to Mumbo's one. And the one that I didn't, the reason I didn't want to build Mumbo's one is just because there are a few issues with that design. It's like not an actual tutorial video, but it's just a video that he put out trying to come up with some new designs, and the issues involve like some of the furnaces are not working and things like that. He tried to build it in on the Hermitcraft server, and it kind of got a little bit messed up. So I have a feeling that it would be better to go for a kind of safer, simpler design, and this design is definitely both of those things. And it's also like infinitely expandable and stuff like that. So I was thinking of making two modules, maybe one on this side going out like 42 blocks or something like that, and one on this side as well, and then the rest of this area we can use for something else. But I am going to do a little bit of decorating for like the ceiling, for example, and I've got a cool idea about how to actually access this area, for example. So I'm thinking of having this as just being a kind of a glass looking window into all of the different things which are going to be in this area. They are kind of an extension to my huge, well, it's not too huge, but my storage system kind of area. So this extension, I'm going to have like glass over here, probably maybe a single doorway and a kind of bridge going across everything into whatever the next section might be over there, because I realized that I can actually expand this section, these sections out quite far. And so you might be wondering, how are you actually going to get down there? Well, that is probably going to be done via these two routes here, which have always been here. So I'm probably going to have some stairs, you know, going down from these little sections and having some tunnels down, so you can go and access the super smelter, which will probably be on this side using this tunnel here. And apart from that, I also have a plan to actually just extend out the tunnel as well into that direction, so we can build stuff in that direction and that direction as well. So we can have like a bit which goes down and a bit which just keeps going further along, if you kind of get what I mean. If you don't, then don't worry, just stick around, and sometime in this series we'll end up building something to extend this area. So that is the plan, but it means that I'm still going to have to go and basically dig this area out. So still, alas, there is still quite a little bit more of digging to be done. Okay, holy moly guys, I don't know how to put this. You may have just saw that out of the corner of your eye, but we've got some pretty terrible news indeed. And I mean, I didn't expect this to happen. I was just walking around my world, and I came through this house just to take a look, you know, because I never come over here, and I was just thinking that in some, you know, recent episode, or in a future episode, a near episode, we'll probably go and maybe decorate this place again or something like that. And I was looking through and I thought, oh, I like going over here on the top floor. I like the way it looks. And so I thought, oh, I'll take a little bit of a view of the world. And I was like, yeah, that looks pretty cool. That side is looking pretty nice. And then I came over to my house and take a look at this. I mean, take a look at the wall over there. Yeah, it's all burnt down. My house is burnt down and I didn't even know, and I was in there this whole time. I don't know what to say really. I didn't expect this to happen, and wow, that is ridiculous. And I know exactly how this has happened. It's happened by this stupid thing, which I'm going to clearly remove right now, and it just destroyed the cauldron right there, because this is a bin, and we have lava right there, but I don't know how the fire spread all the way over here and literally burnt down the vast majority of my house, and this wall and this whole tree that was here. I can't even believe this. I don't know how this even happened. I mean, I'm kind of not bothered about, you know, repairing it. I think it should be okay if I can figure out how to build this this wall again, and this tree. I'm pretty sure I can rebuild that somehow at some point. But damn, that is that is pretty terrible indeed. This house has always been there in this survival world, and it feels like I've just come under attack here. It feels like I've lost a part of this world. Yeah, I kind of wanted to maintain this house, but clearly, wow, we're slightly screwed with this. But yeah, I think I'm going to go and leave it for now and carry on working on the projects which we are working on, and hopefully I can rebuild this at some point. Luckily, more of this place wasn't destroyed, but this is just kind of incentivizing me to go and build out of stone instead of wood, because it's obviously a non-flammable thing. So we've had a bit of a great fire over here. But also another thing which I didn't mention is, if you've noticed, my XP is really high. That is because I've been AFK fish farming, and I'll show you the goodies I've got from that a little bit later. They are pretty amazing indeed. But yeah, tragedy has struck, guys. Tragedy has struck. Ooh, what is that? What is that in the top right-hand corner of the screen right there? That is haste. Yes, we have insta-mine. Have I gone and put down a beacon? No, I haven't gone and put down a beacon. We haven't got one, but the awesome thing is that the beacon all the way in the distance over there, we're actually in the range of that beacon now, which is absolutely awesome. It means I can go and insta-mine this place out, because I went and got myself back my efficiency 5 pick. I enchanted it, or I repaired it, sorry. And now it means that we can go and insta-mine out the rest of this place. As you can see, I'm going pretty long with this design indeed. In fact, we're going to have a whopping 48 furnaces on each side. So as you can see, I've got 18 on each side left to place in. And let's see how this thing looks when it's at its full length. Yeah, I sure do hope that this is enough hoppers, because otherwise I am really not going to craft anymore, that's for sure. Oh wow, shift clicking and placing hoppers is really tiresome. This took me quite a long, you know, few seconds. Okay, maybe I'm just going a little bit over exaggerating right here. It doesn't take too long, but we are really making some good progress on this thing. And if you're wondering where I got all of these hoppers from, as in where I got all of the wood for the chests from, I actually did a long session down there at the AFK tree farm, where I actually got loads of wood, and obviously I had to mine that up. It's not completely AFK, although it allows you to get all of the tree trunks into one place. But aside from that, we are making some good progress on this. Okay, this is even slower. This is even slower. Alright guys, in terms of the farm right here, we are pretty much done. As you can see, all of the redstone is in, and it's gone pretty well. I mean, I did mess up this bit quite a few times, and I didn't realize what I was doing wrong, but the rest of this thing is done. Well, everything is done now, and I've also got this cool system to actually detect, for example, when there are any smelted items in here, it will light up. And obviously when we start the furnace array, we also have this light right here which switches on, and so you can see these two minecarts with chests going along the sides of the whole farm there, and they're going to deposit all of the items down into the furnaces, and they're going to do it at like twice the speed because there's two of them. There's one on that lane right there, if you can just about see that, and we've also doubled up this thing, so we have tons and tons of furnaces here. This is going to get us loads and loads of smelted materials. And yeah, if you're wondering why we're doing this, why we're actually building such a big super smelter, it's because I need kind of the infrastructure in this world. I'm sounding very economics like right here, but I need some kind of infrastructure in this world to be able to build really, really huge projects. And I've been realizing recently that I just didn't have everything necessary to be able to do the huge projects which I want to do in this world. So first up, I have to start building in big machines like this, which will actually help me do that, because I mean, this super smelter was pretty much needed for a long time. And for example, another thing which is really, really needed right now is an ink farm, because we really run out of black dye all the time, which is just basically inks. So basically I'm talking about a squid farm here. We need to build one of those eventually. But also I've gone and done a little bit more planning here, and I know exactly how I'm going to be splitting up this area. So we have 3 different signs here. This one is obviously for the furnace array, which we just built right there. And here we have the next project we're probably going to be working on, or something in a few episodes time, which is a villagers trading and breeding system, which is going to be absolutely awesome. So obviously I'm going to have to dig out this thing all the way back, just like the super smelter over there, which really looks so cool from the side view right here. And eventually we're going to be able to trade with villagers and be able to get loads of cool enchanted books and things like that, which is something which I've also needed to do for a long time to kind of progress from this crappy enchanted armor. I mean, apart from the boots, feather falling 4, the rest of it is pretty standard, and I think I can get something a little bit better than all of that. But the third project is an automatic potion system, which we're going to be building on that side. So we split this area into 3, and we've got 3 awesome projects to work on. But aside from all of that, in this episode, we're not going to actually be finishing off all of this farm. We're going to be doing it in the next episode, and we're going to add in all of the cool aesthetics and make it look fantastic there. But I should mention, as I have forgotten as usual to mention something, which is the creator of this thing. That was Cubfan135, I think his name is, but Cubfan is the important bit anyway. Search it into YouTube and go visit his channel. He does some awesome redstone videos, just like Mumbo and Exuma Void as well. So you can go and check that out. I've left a link in the description to both the video and to his channel as well. But that is this done for today's episode. But now I have something to show you. So it's taken like years to do this, but finally, after so much AFK fishing, I have gone and got myself a mending book. Yes, that's right. I've gone and finally got this. It's taken ages, and it's just taken hours and hours of AFKing over there at the farm, and it has got me loads and loads of XP, as you can tell. But basically, I've also got this other pair of boots which I already had, which was Projectile Protection 4. I've also got another book which we can actually add to this, which is this one, which is a Mending and Frostwalker 2 boots book, which is absolutely awesome. Now we'll have ourselves some Frostwalker boots, and we can use them, which I'm really, really excited for, to be honest, because I've never used that feature before. And we've also got Protection 3 and Depth Strider, so I think I'm going to go ahead and basically combine these two. And obviously here we've got another cool enchanted book for a sword, which we can do one day. And this mending one is probably going to go on my efficiency 5 pick right here once I use it a little bit. And this one can go on a bow, but I guess there's not really much point of that because I've got so many bows down here. I think I should just go and show you. I've got so many fishing rods and bows. There are literally just chests full of those. They just go all the way down to here, and yeah, I've really got to sort these things out, but a lot of them have great enchantments on which I can use. But anyway, what I'm going to go and do is actually make these boots and combine them together in an anvil, and then we'll see what we can actually come up with here. Okay, so I've already hit a little bit of a hurdle here, which is that I need to make a choice between projectile protection 4 and fire protection, and I'm not really sure which one to go for here. But I think fire protection is probably going to turn out to be the better one. It's probably going to turn out to be more useful. But then again, it is more expensive to do the other enchantment. Does that mean that one's better? Um, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go for it and go for fire protection because... Oh, that is a loud noise, and now we've broken our anvil right there. Right, let's just move on to another one right here. So here we can add in the mending and the frostwalker. Oh my god, this set of boots is probably going to be the best set of boots which I've ever created, and that's only going to cost 9 XP right there. And now we can add in this. Oh no, apparently we can't. So yeah, there is no way we're going to be able to add this on. So apparently that is as far as you can go. But that is still a pretty awesome pair of boots indeed. We've got a fair few enchantments on there, and maybe we weren't able to get Depth Strider on there. But still, I think that is an absolutely awesome set of boots right there. So let's put that on and give it a shot. Oops, I kind of didn't think of this. Yeah, I'm never going to be... Okay, I'm probably going to have to change out this water item elevator, not item elevator, water elevator right here to something else, basically. Probably just a set of ladders, because now I'm just going to freeze it every time I walk over it, which is a slight problem with this. Oh my god, this is going to make getting squids so much easier. Maybe we won't even have to make an ink sac farm after all, because I'll just be able to walk across and I won't have to take a boat. This is so awesome, and I'm really loving it. But I'm afraid that's all for today. I hope you did enjoy this video. It has taken quite a long time to get out, but it was definitely worth it, and I've really enjoyed working on this awesome project, and also doing all of the digging at the start of the episode, which I'll obviously be carrying on off camera. And in the next one, we'll probably be finishing off the aesthetics of this build and making it look even better. But that is all for today, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.